Well, hello there. My daughter loves collecting those very popular pop figures. Recently we purchased some regular show pop figures and the Mordecai in the batch was very poorly painted. In fact, now I studied a bit further, I'm considering that this is possibly a dark side Mordecai that's snuck into the real pop pile. Anyway, let's take a very close look at this very irregular regular show figure, and maybe you've got something to say about what I show in this video. Well, I'm just downstairs doing the thumbnail for this video. My daughter was very excited to see these figures, and I purchased these at Hobbyco in town, but at least they got a pretty good range there. But the closer I looked at this Mordecai, the more disgusted I was with this figure. It's actually painted really poorly, and I was actually thinking maybe this is like a dark side one that's sort of snuck into the real toy pile. I mean, you can see there's basically been patch-up paint put on this. I hope you can see this. It's very obvious to me here. There's another splash of paint there. Down the front here, it's like someone's come along and just splashed the paint colour on his chest, and it's gone over a bit on that line there. On this side here, on this cheek here, there's another splash of paint which has been put here. It's like a different shade of that sort of blue colour, very light blue colour. The way his eyes are done, it's just really poor, and it's sort of funny. It had me looking at a lot of the other figures my daughter had. She's actually got a few of these now. She really wanted to show the regular show ones, and I might just show some video of up in her room of the other figures. And what's sort of funny is that all of the other ones actually seem to be finished off and painted a lot better than this Mordecai that I've got. So what I should have done was actually had a good inspection of this before I purchased it. At the Hobbyco, they seal the boxes right up and you can't get into them. But I'm wondering if anyone else has got one which has been, I call this like a Friday special. You know, someone's painted this up on Friday, they couldn't care, or there might have been, who knows. I mean, I don't know how stuff gets through this. I dare say the quality control just never happened. This one just sort of snuck through. I'd be very curious to know if there are other people out there which have got a pop figure which has paint. I call it paint defects. It's really poorly finished off. Anything that looks like this one, because to me that is totally substandard. You know, it's funny, my daughter was very excited when she saw one of her favourite TV shows being regular show and those figures. And sure enough, she was very excited to see Dopey, but, you know, she did mention that Dopey's eyes, well, you can't see them. I suppose that's the whole deal about the pop figures, is they don't really have eye detail. But it needs the eyes to be Dopey-eyes to really be a Dopey. I suppose the My Little Pony fans will have a fair bit to say about that. Or there'll be the pop figure fans who'll say, oh, no, you can't do that, you can't do that. But getting back to Mordecai, it's interesting, when I saw that, I thought I've seen actually knockoff pop figures which actually are better finished off than this. And let me reach over the back here and get the Peppa Pig one, which is actually of a different scale, but it's actually quite popular, no pun intended, to rip off the pop figures or the boxing and everything. Here comes Peppa Pig. Oh, Peppa Pig just had a fall from grace here. So this is a knockoff Peppa Pig, and I think you'll see that it actually looks pretty good, considering this is a knockoff toy, and I should never be saying this. It's got an articulating head. It's on a different scale to those other pop figures. I think pop figures come in different scales. I've seen massive ones in the shops. But nevertheless, that Peppa Pig is actually a far better looking toy than this real McCoy Mordecai. And there's also Despicable Me ones hiding up there at the back there, but I don't want to show them yet because I've got another video where they will feature in. And just one last note here on the daddy appraisal of these toys. The other curious thing is this Mordecai actually does not stand up all by itself. All during the video I had to use blue tack to basically steady this figure, and I think of all of these figures that we've got, this is the only one that doesn't stand up by itself. If I bring in Rigby, he's got no problem, he's balanced properly. So it has me really thinking what's going on with this figure here. How come is it such a poorly finished off figure? How come doesn't it stand up? Maybe other people have got one of these and tell me if everyone stands up. Oh, can't get it too. It's a bit of a pop figure mystery. And possibly what I should do is return this back to where I purchased it. considering how much I paid for it, and go and get another one, or find one which isn't as rough nut painted as that one. So what's your thoughts on this one? Do I have the right to take this figure back to the store I purchased it and request either a swap or another one, considering how poorly this one has been painted and finished off? Or is it a case of buyer beware, and maybe I should have looked over this figure much more carefully before I made the purchase? Anyway, that's the end of the Angry Daddy rant. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.